Hey, how's everyone doing? This is Oz with Oz Mechanics, and on today's video we have this 2007 GMC Yukon right behind me. So the issue with this Yukon right here, they have that pesky engine reduced power. Ugh, I hate that one. So how about in today's video, we try to figure out this vehicle and give it back to the customer. All right, so we're inside the vehicle right now, and let me just show you exactly what this does. Check these tests on. So first and foremost, we're gonna get our key, and we're gonna go ahead and try this out. Turn the vehicle on and let's see. Okay, so what he was telling me is that sometimes when he's driving, this throttle doesn't get anything. There's no response. It has the engine reduced power. Let me see if it has it. No, it doesn't have it. But let's hook up our top-down Phoenix Max because we do have a check engine light right here. So let's see exactly what we get. So we pull our top-down Phoenix Max, and as you can see right here, we have a manifold absolute pressure performance code. We have an air conditioning refrigerant performance or high voltage code, and then we have a 5-volt reference circuit code. So we have performance, high voltage, and circuit code. What can happen right here? So customer stating that when they're driving, they're just driving, and out of nowhere the vehicle starts to decelerate and the pedal is not working. Like as you can see right here, pedal is working. I can rev it up, no problem whatsoever. But when a problem happens, it is scary because you're driving and out of nowhere, no power outs whatsoever. Imagine on the freeway driving like that. How crazy would that be? So that's why he brought it over here to me. If I'm not mistaken, he did say that he took it to a friend that worked on cars, and that guy replaced, I believe, the APP sensor. So that's going to be the pedal position sensor. He said some sensor, and I'm thinking maybe because the accelerator wasn't working, that's what might have been it. But he wasn't too sure exactly which one he said. He just said a sensor. But like I said, we do have these codes right here. Could it be these sensors? And that's another thing. What we want to do is check out this code right here. What's it mean? The 5-volt reference circuit. And let's see exactly what's connected in those. I want to go to our wiring diagram. So let's go to Pro Demand. Let's see what we find out and see if we can get a direction here. The thing about these issues, especially on these, couple of things. It could be throttle body. I've seen a lot of those that have that problem, that were engine reduced. And then this as well, the wiring loom or the conduit right there, whose breaks up, it gets brittle, and there's parts in the engine compartment that short out. So that's something else that we have to look for. But first and foremost, let's go look at these codes. Let's see what we have. But we see a 5-volt reference. Anytime the 5-volt reference goes down, it does cause this engine reduce, and hopefully we can recreate it so this doesn't happen anymore, because I don't want my customer to be driving down the freeway and the car shuts off. So let's go check this out. Let's see what we find out, and hopefully we can get this vehicle fixed up. Come on. All right, so we're on Mitchell Pro Demand, and what I want to do right here is go straight to that one code, that 5-volt reference code. And if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be a P0641. And this is a high voltage reference 1 circuit code. All right, so we can see that's right here. And what I want to do is go to OEM testing. All right, look at this right here. So if we see this, we can see that there's actually 2 of these codes that are kind of correlated. When I see these together, I see that. If we go down right here, we see a P0641 5-volt reference circuit 1, and then a P0651 5-volt reference 2 circuit. So what I do know about these Chevys, they have a 5-volt reference circuit, and sometimes they have X amount of sensors on one circuit and the other X amount of sensors on another circuit. Sometimes, depending on how the computers are built, they still end up in the same place, or sometimes they have their own circuit inside the computer. So if we look at this, oh, this is kind of cool. It kind of tells you right here which of these codes affect which sensors. So example, like it says APP circuit 2 is going to affect the P0651, high resistance. And then over here, we're looking at the 641 is going to affect APP circuit 1. Is going to affect refrigerant circuit. Oh, this is 640. Remember, there, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't there a refrigerant code? Okay, so that is affecting this too. And then we have a brake booster vacuum circuit 1, camshaft circuit 1, engine oil pressure circuit 1, fuel tank pressure circuit 1, and then map sensor. Holy smokes. Remember, if I'm not mistaken, it had a map sensor, air conditioning sensor, and the P0641. So this is kind of cool. That means that the map sensor plus the AC refrigerant sensor plus the code, they all tie in together. So let's go a little bit further in. And like I explained in the beginning, the engine control module has two internal 5-volt reference buses called 5-volt reference 1 and 5-volt reference 2. Each reference bus provides 5-volt reference circuits for more than one sensor. Therefore, a fault condition in one 5-volt reference circuit will affect the other 5-volt reference circuits connected to the reference bus. If the ECM monitors the voltage on the 5-volt reference buses. As you can see, the 5-volt reference 1 bus provides 5 volts to the following sensors: map sensor, fuel tank pressure sensor, air conditioning pressure sensor, APP sensor 2, engine oil pressure, camshaft. Volt reference 2, it's only APP 1, TPMS 1 and 2, and the crankshaft. So one thing is, when I was looking at these codes, the map sensor says performance code. The air conditioning sensor says high voltage code. And then the P0641 just shows a circuit code. We really have to kind of dissect those, but more into that when we get later on. I just want to see which wires these are connected to. So all I want to focus on is looking at these sensors right here and see what wires they're connected to. So if we go to a wiring diagram, okay, here's our map. Let's see which one of these is a signal. Normally it's going to be the one in the middle. So this light green. So we're going to look for the 5-volt reference. It should be this gray one right here. And there you go, 5-volt reference. Here's another gray one as well. If we go back, we can see that that's going to oil pressure sensor. I think that was a part of it. So I can see that these gray ones are the 5-volt reference for sensor 1. Man, I don't know if I missed that pressure switch. Go to air conditioning. Here's the pressure switch right here. And we can see that that one, it's probably a different color, but it doesn't show it right here. Okay, so at least what we know, we found two of the circuits that are on there. It's gonna be a gray wire. So now what I want to do is go to the vehicles, see what we can find out, see if we can see what's going on with this 5-volt reference, and see if we can get a solution on this. Let's go. Let's see what we find out. All right, so we're in the engine compartment now. And that was some really cool stuff that we saw on the wiring diagram and service information. But let me just bring this up first. So the customer did state on this that this wasn't just consistent. This problem just happened out of nowhere. It's just kind of intermittent problem. It just happens here and there. My question, really what I want to ask him, does it happen whenever you hit a bump or if a lot of movement in the vehicle? Because remember, I did bring that up. This vehicle, look at this. This is the protective conduit, and look, this right here is lost. It's not there. It's gone. On these Chevys, they're known for that. And what happens when that loses that? It starts to touch metal on different parts, different areas. You know, that's what we're going to be looking for. But like I told you, what we found right here, this is really interesting, is that there's two different reference circuits. There's one that goes with our code is that P0641, and then there's another one that's a P0651, circuit 1, circuit 2. And what we got, our conclusion right here is that there's two different ones. And right now what we're going to check, because remember, we don't know what sensor they replaced. All the customer said is that his friend replaced something, but they don't know what it is. So right now what I want to do, I want to start off with a visual inspection here. And then that code that just, I don't know, there's a code on there that we had a performance code, high voltage code, and then we had Like I said, the last one was the P0641 code. So what I like to look for right here is going to be a couple different spots. First and foremost, I like to see right here because there's a stud right there. I've seen it a lot of times whenever we would ground out right here and we get some problems, but I don't see nothing here. Especially here, there's one that you can have there, and I think there's another one right here. But while like really focusing on this, and I was doing a preliminary before I got this video, there's one thing that I really wanted to check out. It really stuck out like a sore thumb right here. It kept on talking about that code, that high voltage. And then when I was doing my check right here, look what this is hanging on right here. Could this be something? Someone replaced the alternator not too long ago. As you can see, I have little stickers right here. But I'm kind of curious to see. I think I see something right here. Look at that right there. Holy smokes, man. Could this be it? Remember, we have a high voltage code and we have a 5-volt reference code as well, a circuit code. Could this be this simple? There is, if we look right here, there is a little bit of chafing. I want to try something out. Let's check this out. Look, first and foremost, we're going to see if we can do this. Let's rev this up. Cool. As you can see, everything revs up. What I want to do now is clear these codes. As you can see, there's no codes now. Now, what I want to do, we're going to kind of simulate and see if we can short this out. And the cool thing is, remember, I think the cam sensor and the APP2 are actually blue right here. And this is a solid blue. There's a solid blue and a light blue. But the one that has that damaged portion is that. This might not be it. I'm not too sure. But this does go down to the bottom, which is in the crank sensor portion. Hey, what happened there? All right, let's do it again. Hey, okay. Now let's see if we have anything inside now. All right. I did hear like a change in RPM. Look at that. Is there engine oh, there you go. Engine reduce. Dude, this was I got lucky. Let's see what codes we have. There you go. Look, that's high. This is the P0641. It didn't have the other ones, but it does have the P0641. Dude, this is cool. Look at this. No more acceleration. You cannot even do nothing. I'm in reverse. It does move, but like I'm pushing it down and I'm not moving anywhere. Look. I go forward. This is what the customer was talking about. Look, I can't even move forward. I'm barely. That's why he had to get it towed over here. I think it happened and you got it straight towed over here. This is crazy. All right, let's see if you turn it off and turn it back on. Yeah. Holy smokes. Did we get this lucky, man? I don't think I've ever diagnosed something like that. Let's go back over here. How cool is that, dude? Is this even worthy for a video right here? I think this is one of my fastest videos right here. But look at that. Just right here, 5-volt reference. Like I said, off camera, I did, do some visual inspections, looked at this and that, but this was right there because look how close it was. And I think that for sure that code was a given. So there you go. That is nuts. I'm gonna go ahead repair that. So what we're gonna do is fix up that wiring. The good thing is that it's not really showing too much copper, so I might just put some liquid tape, and then at least put another roll of tape on there, and then we're gonna probably get some conduit and then just clean all that up and then try to move it so it's not touching that anymore. How amazing is that? And that's a Pine Hollow thing right there. No parts required. Heck yeah. All right, so there you go. How would you do it differently? I don't know. This was pretty. I did a visual inspection for the win, and let me know what you think below. I kind of explained it on the wiring diagram when we were talking about that. You let me know what you think. Comment down below. Please tell me what y'all think. And like I always end off my video, I feel like a win. This is a Saturday and I'm gonna leave after this. Heck yeah, I'm so excited. So like I end off all my videos, if you do like this video, please put a big thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that notification bell to get our brand new videos coming out from Oz Mechanics. Y'all take care. Y'all have a nice day. Goodbye.